The accused Port Authority bomber posted a taunting message to President Trump in the hours before his bungled attack, authorities said Tuesday. "Trump, you failed to protect your nation," Akadullah, 27, wrote on Facebook early Monday along with a message declaring his allegiance to the Islamic State, according to a federal complaint. The glimpse into Allah's poison mind was revealed hours after he was hit with federal terrorism charges. Prosecutors say the ISIS-inspired former livery cab driver was hoping to kill as many people as possible when he detonated a crude pipe bomb strapped to his chest while walking through a subway passageway near the Port Authority bus terminal on Monday morning. Allah, who planned to die in the attack, left behind evidence of his festering rage toward the U.S. Investigators scouring the suspect's Brooklyn home turned up a passport in his name with a chilling handwritten note. "Oh America, die in your rage," it read, the complaint says. The investigators also found metal pipes, Christmas light fragments and screws that matched the items used in the clumsily constructed bomb found at the scene, according to the complaint. In interviews with investigators, the Bangladeshi man said he carried out the attack in part as retaliation for U.S. policies in the Middle East. "I did it for the Islamic State," Allah told police, court documents say. The failed suicide bomber also told detectives he targeted the underground tunnel, which links the Times Square and Port Authority, 42nd Street subway stations, on a weekday to inflict maximum carnage. Acting Manhattan, U.S. Attorney June Kim said Allah traveled to the heart of Midtown with a had-a-filled heart and an evil purpose. In the middle of rush hour, as everyday New Yorkers hurried to their jobs, to their schools, ready to start the work week and get going with their busy lives, one man came to kill, to maim, and to destroy. Kim said. For that man, the corridors under Port Authority, the gateway into the city for hundreds of thousands of commuters every day, was a place to murder as many innocent human beings as he could and to blow himself up in the process, all in support of a vicious terrorist cause. The seeds of Allah's radicalization were sown about 2014, when he started watching Islamic State videos online, the complaint says. Allah told police he began doing online research on how to build homemade explosives about a year ago. He dedicated himself to attacking the U.S. after seeing instructions that if supporters of ISIS were unable to travel overseas to join ISIS, they should carry out attacks in their homelands, the complaint reads. Allah, who sources said was most recently working as an electrician, gathered together the bomb-making materials about 2 to 3 weeks ago, court papers say. In need of a pipe, Allah's wiped one from his work site near the bus terminal, sources said. He built the bomb in his Ocean Parkway apartment roughly a week before the attack, according to the criminal complaint. The device, strapped to his chest with wires and zip ties, consisted of a 12-inch metal pipe filled with explosive powder and metal screws. It was attached to Christmas tree lights and a 9-volt battery designed to spark its detonation. Federal prosecutors charged Allah with 5 counts, including providing material support to a terrorist group and use of weapons of mass destruction. He faces 20 years to life in prison. The would-be martyr was seriously injured in the 7:20 a.m. blast Monday, when the bomb failed to detonate fully. Andres Kudakiep, 3 others suffered minor injuries in the rush-hour attack that triggered panic and chaos. Officials said the damage would have been far worse had the bomb went off properly. It didn't function with the force and power that the recipe intended it to. NYPD Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism John Miller said in an interview on CBS This Morning, "I think what we saw yesterday was something that could have been far, far worse." Officials said Allah, who arrived in the U.S. from Bangladesh in 2011 on a visa available to certain relatives of American citizens, never appeared on any terror lists and was unknown to authorities. Investigation into his possible terror ties extended to his Bangladeshi homeland Tuesday, where local counterterrorism cops were grilling his wife Janet Elfurtis Jui, and in-laws. Allah last visited Bangladesh in September to see his wife and newborn son. He returned to the U.S. on October 22, leaving behind his family members, relatives said. Allah's uncle said the suspect rarely left his family's apartment on his recent visit. He went out of his residence to offer prayers at a nearby mosque, the uncle, Abdullah Had, told the Associated Press. Allah, who is recovering from burns and cuts to his hands and stomach at Bellevue Hospital, is expected to appear before a judge Wednesday. His neighbors on Ocean Parkway in Kensington said he lived a shadowy existence. He was a loner, said Joseph Ruggiero, 84. When I'd see him, it would only be for an elevator ride. We never talked. Allah lived for a time at his parents' home on E 48th Street. in Flatlands, where he was spotted having a heated argument with his mother and dad late Sunday. Everyone in the neighborhood heard it, said Yuri Velson, 21, who noted the trio were arguing in Bengali. Velson said he spotted Ullah leave the home and hop into a car about 6 a.m. on Monday. Ullah looked depressed and sad, Velson said. About 2 hours later, cops were banging on Velson's door in search of information. People got hurt yesterday, Velson said. To find out he was behind that, it was kind of surreal, with Rocco Periscandola, Dale W. Isinger, Graham Raymond, Aaron Scholter,